Hello everyone and welcome to the Donbass Express. I am Alex Kinash, fundraiser and truck driver for the NAFO 69 Sniffing Brigade, and you can see behind me and where I am right now, I am live in Tallinn, Estonia, as we begin Convoy. Next stop is the Ukraine customs border. "30 hours later and welcome to Kyiv."
So wonderful to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. Очень спасибо большое. Понимаете, это наше спасение. Это ребята, которые...
Ну, ця машина, вона вже дуже багато витримала. Значить, не один обстріл і не один раз ми її вже ремонтували і заклеювали.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
We brought 2 cars and totally we have 4 now.
Yeah.
And one will be for camera guys.
Yes.
Yes.
And we are ready?
We are ready for Kharkiv, Kramatorsk stream guys.
Rock and roll.
We are unit Special Forces of Ukraine. Thank you. NOEL Reports, NAFO friends, and charity fund 69 Sniffing Brigade. For this well, Mavic 3C. Glory to Ukraine.
I mean, this is pretty shockingly horrendous. I think probably the most shocking bit is like the kids' playground is like here, and you know the kids are like living in the house here, right? You know, and even on like the balcony on the 2nd floor, there's like a little kids' bike all burnt out on their balcony overlooking the kids' playground, and this is where everyone was living, and like you know all around me here. All blown up apartment block. It looks like they've been hit with everything you could possibly fire at them. We've walked around quite a lot of this estate now, and I think you can probably still see behind me that it's fairly badly damaged. I think this video will show you quite clearly who the Nazis are here.
We are now in Izium, and only in this building destroyed by Russians were killed 50 people who were just living in the apartments, and the whole city is in this such of kind of buildings. So you can just imagine how many people died only this one small town.
Hello fellas, hello from Kostyantinivka. So we have basically our core team is today first time in Donbas to meet soldiers and to see actually what is the life much more into the front line. It's pretty safe here, it's just 25 kilometers until Bakhmut, but we have been already seeing so many soldiers, we have spoken to them, we really need to understand how we can help them to basically to win this war. That's why we are today here. I can hear there is some soldiers are basically practicing now nearby because of the boom, boom, boom. But yeah, it's very interesting time to being in Donbas to help Ukraine army. Thank you fellas, we need to work and make this war finish sooner with Ukraine win. Slava Ukraine!
What is the situation in Avdiivka now? The situation is not very good. It's very difficult. After Bakhmut, they moved to Avdiivka. They sent all their forces there, and the situation is not very good. We go there at night because it is unrealistic during the day. We have been there for a year and a half. What is the situation there? Is the activity growing? The last attack on our unit, our 3rd company, was 120 people. There were 40 men from 4 directions, and tanks were coming from 4 directions. These were elite assault troops. Before that, there were some simple groups, and these were specialists with new weapons. It was clear that they were trained, but they did not succeed. They are now fertilizing the land. Thank you very much for the cars and for everything you do. Guys, if it wasn't for you, honestly, these cars are being fight by kamikaze drone. There was a car, a drone flew it and bang, the car was gone. Are there many kamikaze drones out there? There's a lot in our direction. I count about 25 a day. The military unit A1302, 2nd Motor Infantry Battalion, 93rd Separate Mechanized Brigade Holodny Yar expressed sincere gratitude to NAFO and all subscribers, all the benefactors, all donors, all the caring people who joined the fundraising and help us to raise money for a wonderful vehicle that will help us to perform combat missions. Among all of the peoples of the world, I'm talking about my battalion. My battalion has received about 7 vehicles from the people of Estonia. This is the 8th vehicle. For us, a car is not a consumable. Many fighters say that the car is consumable, that in a week or 2 it will be finished. In reality, of course, if they don't repair it, they don't change the oil, they have this attitude because they think that volunteers will buy it and bring it back. We rely only on ourselves. We have very strict responsibility for cars. If we give someone a car to use and see that they drive through pits, drive fast for no reason and destroy cars, car is immediately taken away. If I see that the machine shop has run 5,000 more kilometers and they haven't changed the oil, I'll take the car away too. This means you don't need a car if you don't know how to use it. We captured Russian 2 B9 Vasilok guns and they had no scopes on them. The signs are PAM1. The production of these scopes is half that of the cannon, so they are simply not available anywhere. I was sad to see that we have 2 guns that do not fire without scopes. I contact the management, the logistics center. I was told that such scopes do not exist. Nevertheless, we got the scopes, we have them. And to prevent the gun from being taken away from us, we cut the wheels and welded to MTLB. We have the right to an MTLB, but we don't have a gun. And when they wanted to take it away from us, I said, volunteers made it for us. We have a scope, the gun is firing. That was the most interesting task from my commander, to get this sign. I thought I was going to rob a museum. There are difficulties in providing everything. First of all, with transportation, because there is constant shelling. Equipment breaks down plus repairs. It is difficult. The state has managed to allocate us what we need. Now everything depends on volunteers. I am grateful that there are people who provide vehicles for our guys, so they can perform combat missions. We plan to install a combat system on this vehicle, so that can be mobile and fire in a timely manner.
Okay. Okay.
What are you going to do? We take off the body, put the weapon system here, and it performs its tasks.
Okay.
How far will it work from the red line? I don't know what exactly will be put there, but I know it will be something like that. Will it be ready in 2-3 weeks and go to the front? I think it is in our interest to do as soon as possible. There is no need to drag this out. Great, because we understand that you are fighting here for the whole Europe. This is our first time here in this city. We have always been a team in Kyiv, but we wanted to see the reality here. As I understand it, very different cars saw the biggest pickup world here. I understand that you will use everything you have, Zhiguli and Jeeps, everything. We use everything, even our personal vehicles, because we need to fulfill our tasks, and we have limited resources. I am grateful for everyone who took part in providing this vehicle for our military. What will you use this car for? What do you do? We are in combat position. We are holding 2 kilometers of the line. This vehicle will be used to deliver guys to their position and bring them food, water and everything they need. We also transport beams by truck to build dugouts where the guys can hide from shelling and better secure their lives. They mostly shoot at us with mortars and artillery. Recently, a tank shot at our dugout, leaving 2 dead and 2 wounded. And how is it now? One machine can work for an hour, or maybe for a week or month. We try to take great care of them, try to go when there is the least shelling. We did some of it, or on. Some volunteers help us, and we installed night vision device to help us move at night so we can protect the vehicles. We understand that you have a very difficult job, but as the saying goes, to make the car good. Thank you.
I'm Alex Kinash.
And I'm Anton from 69 Sniffing Brigade.
And you'll remember we've been on a long journey now, all the way from Tallinn to Kramatorsk, and we completed the mission. The rest of the trucks have been handed over. We're roughly 30 kilometers from Bakhmut. You might be able to hear in a second the artillery firing in the background. It's taken us a number of days, including a handout in Kyiv. We stopped over in Kharkiv as well, Anton's hometown, which very grateful for you showing us around.
Yeah. We've seen so many terrific things during this road, and it was like really important to show to you as well. And we are finally here. 4 units received their trucks as close to the front line as possible, and they are already going to help our warriors on the front line. Thank you for donating, thank you for helping. Keep doing it, it's very important. Stay tuned.
And thank you to everyone for supporting the campaign that brought this truck here, and also the PTSD bus that we're going to be bringing in September. And please keep supporting Ukraine. You know, the front line is just over there, and we need to keep fighting the Russians back out of this area, out of Donetsk, out of Luhansk and Crimea, and get this war won.
Because we don't want more schools bombed like this.